This conference will now be recorded.
Right, in the last session, we were discuss about filter function and map function, reduce function. So these functions will expect other function as an argument. So that's what we use lambda here. So we know that lambda is used to write very concise code and shorthand way of writing the code. So mainly lambdas can be used instantly usage, or that is only one time usage. And whenever the function will expect other function as an argument, it takes a lengthy code. So to avoid this, lambda is the best choice actually here. Okay, so this is about lambda functions and anonymous functions. A function which is don't have any name, that kind of nameless functions are called anonymous functions or lambda functions, we can say that. Now today I'm going to discuss about recursive function. What is recursive function? And what are the nested functions, function aliasing, few things I discuss. So first I'm going to talk about recursive function. Recursive function. See, recursive function means a function that calls itself every time is called recursive function. A function that calls itself. A function that calls itself is known as recursive function. A function is going to be called by itself is called recursive function. Every time the function itself it will call according to the requirement. For example, the best example of recursive function is factorial. Factorial. I want to find out factorial of 3. Factorial of 3. First, let me give the formula factorial of n. So n into factorial of n minus 1. Factorial of n minus 1. This is the formula. Suppose here I want to find out factorial of 3. Factorial of 3. That means 3 into factorial of 3 minus 1. That is what? Factorial of 2. Factorial of 2. Next, here 3 into factorial of 2 in the sense 2 into factorial of 2 minus 1. Factorial of 1. Factorial of 1. Next here 3 into 2 into factorial of 1 means 1 into factorial of 1 minus 1, 0. 1 into factorial of 0. Then 3 into 2 into here 3 into 2 into 1 into factorial of 0 in the sense 1 only. So completely 3 factorial value is what? 6. So every time a function, suppose assume that this is the function name called factorial. 3 into factorial function is calling, again 3 into 2 into factorial function is calling, 3 into 2 into 1 factorial of function is calling. So this is a factorial function. It is recursive function, we can say that, because a function every time is going to call itself is called recursive function. Let's see the practical implementation. For example, here uh, TEF function name is factorial factorial of n, and if n equal to 0, that means whenever factorial of 0, when it comes to n value 0, result equals to 1. Okay, if n equal 0, the result equal to 1. Why? Because factorial of 0 is what? 1. Else, else, else. Result equals to n into factorial of n minus 1. Then result. Return result. So we have to call the factorial function. So suppose factorial of 3 is factorial of 3 is how to call the function factorial of 3 like this. So we will get result is 6 only. Now you can see factorial of 3 is 6. But how we got? Because every time the function is going to be call itself. Let's check out here. The function is going to be call itself or not. Right click and run debug test. So I started debugger. Press F8. It's calling n value 3. It's compare with n equal 0. 3 equal 0? No. No means it goes to what? Else part. Result equals to 3 into factorial of n minus 1. That is 3 into 2. 3 into factorial of 2. Factorial of 2 have to find out or not? Yes. N equal to 0. Like 2 equal 0? No. Again 2 into factorial of 2 minus 1. Factorial of 1. Factorial of 1 purpose I have to call again one more function. 1 equal 0? Not. Now 1 into factorial of 1 minus 1, factorial of 0 here, n equal 0, result is 1, then it is going to be written result. After return result to factorial, then it will be find out n value, result is 1, 2, 6, 3 into 2 into 6, and it will be print console. So every time a function is going to be call itself, okay, according to given number, any number, how many times it need to be called, it will be called the same function itself only. This type of function is called what function? Recursive function. Generally, recursive functions can be used to improve the uh, readability of the program, and this is also we can write very shorthand way instead of lengthy of the code. So complex operations we can perform using recursive functions. Every time we need not to do multiple functionality, and we can call a function by itself only. So this is reducing the length of the code. Next, nested function. What is nested function? So far we discussed functions. A function is a statement or group of statement which is used to perform some specific task. But coming to the nested function means a function which is having one or more functions within it is called nested function. Yes, a function which is having one or more functions within it is called nested function. We can say that. For example, you can see nested function. A function which is having which is having more than one or more functions within it is known as nested function. We can say that a function which is having one or more functions within it is known as nested function. So for example, you can see this is nested function only. Def multi is one function which is having value parameter a. Inside one more I'm taking mul function, this is b. Inside this function mu I'm taking, that is multiply c. So this is three functions. This is inner function of this. This is inner function of this. And these two functions are inside the multi-functions only. So 1, 2, 3. A function which is having one or more functions within it is known as nested function. We can say that. Now here I want to return after completion of this a into b into c multiply I want to do. Then after that it has to be written mu multiple function I have to return, and after that it has to return mul. Then I don't want to return multi, because multi-function I have to call it. So how to call it? So for example, you can see m equals to multi of a, it is b. Sorry, we have to pass the values here 3 and 4. Then print m. So it's going to be called multiplication of the values. So one function which is having another function and also another function. After this three function, it has to be written a into b into c. And whenever this function it return mu multi, and whenever this function it return mul, function will do some task. Because of mul function is having this is completely, then multi-function is having this is completely. So inside the multi-function, what is written? Multiple mul. This function has to return the result, and it's combination with this one only. And multi-function should not return because we are calling the function, that is main function only we are calling. Inside that, so many functions are there. After result, it will be return the result, return mul. So let's run this. We got output like this, 24. So how it is, let me check out while keeping breakpoint. So what values will return and all. Okay, so it's simple, that is debug test. Debugger has started. Press F8. So we are calling first multi-function, main function I'm calling. It goes to a value 2. Inside this multi-function will do some task, whatever it is having inside. Inside what is there? Mul is there, and it will be return mul. Yes, completely returning the mul. Whenever it is return mul, again what? It will call main function because it has returned to the main function only. Then b value what? 2, 3 here. Then def mu. It return what? Mu, and it will goes to there, and c value is what? 4, and it return a into b into c. Then after that multiple function is having 24 like this only. So a function is going to be uh, having internally one or more function is called multi or nested function, we can say that. A function which is having one more function within it, simple nested function. So far we discussed only one functions like main functions, but now I'm talking about nested functions completely here. Nested function. Okay, yes. Next, we will see function aliasing. What is function aliasing? Function aliasing means, just alias means what? Other name of the function. That is alias. Function alias means a function which is having another name is called function aliasing. So why we need to give another name of the function means, just if you want suppose function name is not available, function name was deleted, we have another function to access, that is function aliasing, we can say. Giving another name of the function is called function aliasing. For example, this is f1. F1 is my function. I'm calling this, I'm going to print hello. So as soon as when we call the function, so it's going to be print hello only. This is f1 function. So I want to change the function name here, where f2 equals to f1. F2 equals to f1. That means f2 is a new name, f1 is an old name. So I'm giving new name of this f1 function. This is alias name. So even when we call alias name through also, now you can see 2 times are calling. Yes, it's coming. But let me check out whether two are same identity or different identity. ID of f1. Next, print ID of f2. Yes, it has to be same because both are having same function names. But here, yes, if f1 return a value, what will happen? Nothing. Yes, we both, if f2 also return the value, no matter it is, because name only changing here only, name only change. Okay, It's clearly whatever the function will have the task, same function will do the task, only name only change. See here the ID numbers also, here it is the identity, that is unique identifier of two functions also written same. So here what is the happening here, whenever we delete one of the function, okay, delete one of the function del f1 f1, there is another name to have the call. Now you can see we can able to call with another name. Hello is coming. Suppose after deleting, if you are trying to use with f1, so it is not possible because f1 was deleted, the function name was deleted, name error, f1 is not defined, f1 is not defined. But so that is what advantage actually, if the function is delete, function name was deleted, you have another name to call that function. So that is what we have nested, we have alias name, another name of the function. Just giving the name of the function is alias name, but what function will do, that will not affect, and whatever the functionality as it is we have written, that code will be same, will be work on both names, no problem at all. So this is what, whenever we delete the one function name, other function name we have, so using other function name we can able to call that function. This is called function aliasing. Giving another name of the function is called function aliasing. So another important topic I'm going to discuss, that is about module. Module. What is module in Python? Simple. Uh, Whenever we store, suppose a collection of variables in our programs, collection of variables, collection of functions, or collection of classes, we can store in one particular file. That file is called what? Module. When we store collection of variables, collection of functions, collection of classes, we can store in one particular file in Python. That file is called what? Module, we can say that. Module is nothing but library. Okay, we can save that completely, variables, functions, methods, or your complete code into one file, that is called module. In python in Python, every .py is a module. Every .py file is a module. In Python, every .py file is a module. So .py extension through we created programs. No, this is module, and this is also module. We can say that. Okay, this is module. So what is the use of module actually? Whenever we create a program that is with .py, that is module. Whenever we create a module, so we can able to reuse that module into other programs. Yes, we can able to reuse completely. So without rewriting the module code, without rewriting the logic code completely, directly we can able to reuse that into other program. That is called module concept actually here. So when we store or when we save a group of variables, group of functions, group of classes into one file, that is called module. And in Python, every .py file is called module, we can say. So module is nothing but collection of things, or group of things, we can say. We can able to reuse that. So let's try to work with a module, how to create and how to reuse all those things. Okay, just here you can see sample.py is my module name, for example, sample.py. So here I'm declaring a value 100, a value 100. So I'm going to define two functions like add, add x comma y, then print sum is x plus y, sum is x plus y. After that we have another function like product, here also x y, print product is. Then we have two functions here, add and product. One variable is here 100. So as soon as when I execute sample.py, nothing will be happen. You can see this. We are not calling the functionality. We are not printing the variable and all. This is not working directly. This is work as a module to some other program. So this is module creation .py extension through we created with two functions with one variable. but this code completely I want to reuse into program, other program. So how to reuse that? I want to reuse this complete code into test.py, for example. Test.py is other program. Here, if you want to use that variable and that functions like add product functions, whichever I implemented in sample.py, here if you want to use, you have to import the module. And moreover, you can see this is one variable. This module is contain one variable a and two functions. One is add and another one is product. This functions like add and product and variable a, these are all called members of the module. Members. Okay, these are the members of the module. To access any member, you have to use member name with module name. So how to import the module? By using import keyword. So we have to import, we have to use import keyword. So your module name is what? Sample. Without module name, you cannot able to access. You can say I'm trying to print a, so a is not coming here because test.py, when I execute that, a is not defined, it is coming. Okay, it's not related. Suppose if I'm trying to import 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 sample is a model name. Import sample here. I'm trying to again print a, again it won't work. You can see this because we imported sample module, but sample module, whenever we import like this by using import keyword, every time if you want to access variable and functions from that module, compulsory module name we have to use module name dot a. So it's coming like this, module name dot a, print 100, and we are going to call the functions sample dot add, sample dot add. So we have to pass the values like sample dot add. Next, sample dot product, sample dot product 2 and 3. So like this. So we got product is, yeah, we are not rating product because of we have not did calculation. X into y we'll do, then after that we'll go through here and it can be possible to do the multiplication. So this is what variable access, sample module name dot variable name and module name dot function name. With function is expect two parameters, we pass it here, sample name, some module name dot product, then 2 3 parameters here. 100 value, just variable printed, function calculation here, function calculation. This is what I created module with one variable with two functions, whatever I have written, and I reused that into other program that by importing statement like import sample only. Okay, so here what happened, if I'm trying to import keyword and sample module, then every time we have to use sample.a, sample.a, sample.add like this. So we can use module aliasing. Module aliasing means what? Giving other name of the module is called module aliasing. So once we give the alias name of the module, so we cannot access main name. Main name is sample, alias name is for example as s, as s. So we cannot use sample, so we can use s only, s dot a, s dot add, s dot what we can say product. So this will work out actually here. So this is what module name, I'm giving other name of the module alias name, that is called s. Import sample is a module as s is alias name, s dot a, s dot add, s dot product like this only. Okay, so this is what module aliasing we can say. Once we give the alias name of the module, we cannot use main name. Sir, next what we can say, uh, I don't want to use alias names. I don't want to use module name at all. Directly, why don't we import, why don't we declare variable directly and functions directly without using module name or alias module name? So it is possible. There is a from import statement. There is a from import statement, from import, from import. So if you are using from import statement, what is the advantage means? So while accessing variables and functions of that module, so no need to give any module name. Directly we can able to access. That is the speciality of from import statement. Let's do that from import statement how it is. So from from module name is what? Sample, sample, sample. From sample import star import star. So from sample import star, you can see I'm giving star. Star indicates what all the variables and functions, whatever the sample module is having, everything can able to access directly without mentioning the module name or alias module name. Directly you can write print a, print add sub product like this only. So star indicates what here? All members of the module we can able to access. In that sample.py, so A is one of the member, add is one of the member, product is one of the member. We can able to access all those things into directly here in this program because of we have given star symbol from sample import star. But star indicates all, so it is not good practice in reality because star means everything will come from that module, but we will not encourage to do this. Instead of that star, so what happen if I give star? In the sense you may use or may not be used in your program, but all variable all members will be load, all members will be built actually. But suppose you have your module, sample module is having 100 functions, 100 variables, and so much of things will be there, but you are using only 2 3 variables, 2 3 functions, but mere ways to load that all module variables and all. So you cannot use star actually here. Whatever it is required, okay, what functionality you required to access, that only we can mention better. Okay, so for example, I'm using import star, I'm not using import a, import add, I'm using only import a comma add. So product I'm not giving. Yes, module is having product, but I'm not going to allow to access the product, only I want to use a and add. So still when we execute this, it shows error, product name is not defined. So remove this, then you can able to access here only one variable, one function only. I'm giving permission like this, and you can use product also like this. You can produce the we can give the product like this, product then 2 3. Now this time we can able to access like this. Okay, now member aliasing also we can, it is possible. Member aliasing means giving another name of the member. For example, I'm giving a as yes, a as s, add as sum, I want to give add as sum, and product name I don't want to change, same as it is, you can keep, no problem, some of that. So from sample, it's a module, import a as s, add as sum, product. So a actually is module variable, exact variable, but we were changed the member relation a as s, so you can able to access through s only. Add as sum, there is add in the module, but we were changed the member name, so that is sum only it will work out. Product I have not changed, then it will work fine. You can say this is called what? Member aliasing, we can say that. Module aliasing means giving other name of the module. Member aliasing means giving other name of the member, variable or function or add. But strictly remember, once we give the alias name, that means other name. So we cannot access with the main name. It's not possible. So only alias name only how to use. Once we change the name of the module, name of the variable, or any name of the member, so we cannot change. We cannot access directly with the main name. So we can able to access only with alias name. Okay, so that is, so member aliasing like this. So member aliasing. So different ways we can import. We can say the importing actually. So what are the different ways to import statement is possible? You can see import module name, import module name. Next import module module 1, module 2. Yes, we can use multiple modules also. Module 3. Import module 1 as M1 alias name. Import module 1 as M1, module 2 as M2, like this we can give. Next from module 1 import star, from module 1 import member 1, member 2, member 3, different members. From module 1, import member 1 as M1, member 2 as M2, member aliasing, and member 3 same as this. Member 3, member 3. Okay, so like this, we can change it different alias names. Member 3 also same. So we can import module name directly. If you are importing module name, compulsory how to access members of that module with module name dot something. And you can import multiple modules. You can import module aliasing through. We can use multiple modules with aliasing. We can use from statement from module import, because of when we give this from module 1 import star, you need not to mention any module name, directly you can able to access members of that module. Star indicates all members of the module, and you can use only few of the members, like from module 1 import member 1, member 2, member 3. What are the things need to be required exactly in your program, that only we can mention. And while taking members, you can able to change the name of the members. From module 1 import member 1 as M1, member 2 as M2, like this. So these many various possibilities to import the statement is possible. Okay, this is about module. Next, we can see different modules. We can import different uh, what we can say, multiple modules or not. So let's try to create one more new Python file, like sample1.py. In this sample1.py, x equals to 999 I'm using, and we have another function called multiply, or else sub is the function x comma y. Print sub is x minus y. I'm doing x minus y. So sample 1 is having one variable called x 999 and one function called sub. Sample is having a value 100, add product. And test module, I want import multiple modules. How to import multiple modules? Sample and import sample 1. It's possible. Or else we can use sample comma sample 1. It's possible. But while printing compulsory sample dot a only, we have to print sample dot print sample dot a only we have to print. If you want to print sample 1 dot x only, we have to print. Then sample dot add, yes, we have to pass the values. Sample dot add. Next, sample 1 dot sub. Next, sample dot product. Sample 1 dot, what we can say, yes, that is only. So we have all modules with the name test.py. We got an output clearly. Okay, 100 value is coming from one module, 999 is coming from other module, like this. We can use one module alias name, one module without alias name is possible. Sample as s, suppose sample as s, sample 1 as s1. We can give that s1. So s1 is not work out here. S will work here, s1 will work, and s here, here also s1, here s. So this is what giving another name of the module, like this. So we can completely give like this sample from import statement is possible. Two values, yes, from sample sample, here sample 1. You can say this from import. We cannot use multiple module names. Suppose import star, it's not coming. From sample import star and you want to work with another from sample 1, import star. This is working fine. So once we give that, so both modules with the star symbol, so all the variables and methods we can able to access from that module. No need to use any alias names and all. Directly we can able to use. Yes, it's possible. So this is called multiple modules we can able to use. Multiple modules. So this is what completely user-defined modules. User-defined module means so user created. What user created sample.py is created by user sample1.py test.py. So yesterday, you remember in the last session, we used one predefined module. Like when we install Python software, that modules automatically will be installed. That modules are called predefined module. The best example is functools module, which is used for reducing function purpose. So that is what predefined module. We have predefined modules also. Suppose I created one module, sample.py, so a few days back, but I don't know what was that, what was there in that. So what functions are there, what members are, what variables are there. I want to reuse in other application, other program. Then I want to know what was there. So how to get actually? If I forgot to implement that, so we can use. There is a possibility is there, that is a help function. Yes. So we have to first import module. So import what module information you want, you can get it. Import sample, then we can get help of sample. Help is a function to get information related to module or any other things. Help of sample, run tester.py, so you can able to check like this what was there in that module sample module clearly. So help on module sample, name is sample, functions are there in that module, add, which is having x and y parameter, product also, which is having x and y parameter, and data is there clearly, one variable data 100 value, and it's present in what, G drive Python project at 6 a.m. sample.py is a module name. You want to work with same sample one dot module information, you want what was there in that, I want to know, sir. So sample one, so help sample one, you can get that information also. In sample one, data is there and functions, only one function sub function is there. Not only this user defined module help, so we can import any other module. For example, import func tools I'm using. So I want to know the help of func tools, then complete information we can able to get here. You can see this complete information, which what func tools module with the description, everything. Not only these modules, any other things also. For example, you are working on list LST creation, list creation it is. I want to know help from the list actually. You can get LST. So what happened, you can see complete list information. With list, what we can able to perform, what operations are available, everything we can able to get. This is called help function. Simply you can, if you want to know something about anything in the Python script, Python programming language, then that we can pass through help function, that will be get help of str is my string data structure, no. So I want to know the help from string data structure, you can get it help from string data structure. You can see complete string and its operations with the description, everything will be there. So like this, these are what user defined modules, and we can get the help from that. Suppose one more predefined module is there, like math module is there. So math is a predefined module. This module is contain mathematical functions. So those who wants to work with mathematical operations, mathematical logics, then they can import the module called import math module. Then we can perform operations. For example, here print math dot square root of x, for example square root of 3 or square root of 16. Like this we can just, I'm showing example, print print math dot uh, what we can say, factorial of 3. We can perform all those mathematical operations. Suppose I'm using print math dot seal means 34.5, 35 will return ceiling. Print math dot floor, floor means 34.5, in the sense 34 only will return. Print math dot fabs means floating point absolute, 34.56 minus 34.56 floating point absolute will return. print math dot log 4 value, how much it is mathematically. Print math dot sine 5, like this. So many mathematical functions are there which is present in math module. So all mathematical operations are there, we can able to find out like this one. Just for example, I'm showing this example. So if you want to know that complete information about mathematical module, then we can get the help also like this. Help of math. Without import module, you can't get help actually. I'll show you, just wait. So these are the mathematical functions with the description. You can, those who want to work with especially mathematical calculations, mathematical formulas through they want to work with program, then we can use import math module. They can utilize that mathematical functions in our program. But I'm not importing math module, but is that possible to get help? No, it's not possible. You can see this, it's not possible. And I'm not going to be import my sample module. Is this possible to get uh, any information? No, you have to import the module, then module description will come below clearly. But if you are not importing the module, nothing will come here. So there are so many predefined modules also there, like math module, functools module, and random module, date time module, calendar module. Okay, so many modules are there, we have to discuss clearly that predefined modules also. So I'll discuss that in tomorrow session. So user defined module completed, predefined modules, what are they, where we can use that, I'll discuss in tomorrow. Okay.